Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Shantae in the Pirate's Curse. In the last part we started off the game and now we're in Tangle Forest, which like Skeleton has seen a bit of a reduction. The layer gimmick from Risky's Revenge is entirely gone. Most of the areas are only 1 to 2 screens now. And Tangle Forest makes up for this a bit more by being a bit more of a vertical area. In fact, on the whole, I'd say Risky's Revenge. That's probably gonna happen a lot, by the way. I might accidentally say the wrong title. Pirate's Curse does the best in terms of the Metroidvania kind of mentality of having a lot more vertical areas. But it's still primarily, as you'll see, horizontally based because it's just what they've done with the series. Also, you may have seen a heart squid up there on the top of the screen. We're not going to get that for a while because we don't have the ability to get it for a while. Oh, hey, Bolo. Bolo, what are you doing here? Everyone in Skeleton thinks I'm a screw-up. So I'm picking odd jobs up at the palace. Painting fences, installing locks and whatnot. And now you're babysitting. Oh, the undead kids? Nah, they're just here to chew the fat. Mine. I can't escape. Got any flesh pops on you? I need 3 of them. You can find them in the sewers below the palace. Okay, then that's random. I think those are the only other zombies we see in the series, too. Hi. What's up, sir? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just flummoxed because I dropped something very important down the drain. You see, I'm a traveling brochure salesman. That's a very interesting profession. You must have seen some exciting things in your travels, huh? Travels? I lived here in front of the palace my whole life. I thought you said... Your generation makes me sick with your arrogance. I'm not a brochure salesman who travels. No, I sell traveling brochures. I dropped my very last vacation brochure down this drain. Disgusting. Well then, we should keep that in mind for later. Oh me, oh my, that blue-haired lad installed a new lock backwards, upside, and inside out. How in the... Now we're trapped inside without a royal gate key. Okay, so they're in trouble. Squid Baron! Oh, fuss and fret. Squid Baron? I haven't seen you in a while. What's the matter? Oh, you know, post-boss syndrome. Not even embarked on a new adventure. I feel like I'm destined to become some kind of filler boss. I'm not sure I follow. You know, I was a major enemy last time, but this time... I just feel like I'm going to have to battle again, just to round out the package. Package? You won't understand. I need to get away, someplace warm. Maybe it's time for a vacation, Squid Baron. A change of perspective could do you good. Say, you might be onto something. I've always had a fairly flat view of the world. Kind of staring at the same 4 walls, you know? Repetitive, high-stress music. I could use a change of scenery. There you go. If you think of a good vacation spot, please let me know. Meantime, I'll go cry in a corner. Poor guy. I love the Squid Baron in this game. He easily has the most expressive character portrait because, you know, with a simplistic design like that, you can either... You kind of have to be expressive in order to state emotions. And you're seeing that, right? I just got an item from that guy. You saw that last time as well, but the main thing you're going to be seeing throughout the game... I think I got pike balls from the enemies last part. But for the most part throughout the game, you're going to be getting healing items. Flesh pops are the worst ones. They restore, I think, 2 health, roughly. And almost every snake in here drops it. I know after a certain point when the game was released, they added a patch to make certain drops more common like that. You need at least 3, so make sure you grab them. And whenever you see purple blocks like that, you can break them with any attack you got. Stone blocks, though, like this one that's right here, you cannot break until you get something later on. And now in this next room, there's a heart squid there. Some people don't think you can get this until later, but no, you can just completely jump right up. I can understand why some people wouldn't, because that doesn't look like a wall you can usually walk through, but you can. Either way, the exit is back to the right. However, if we head left, we can see that there's a chest here. However, there's also a demon eye switch, which is what the switches look like in this game, that we cannot hit because there's a narrow tunnel in front of it. Keep that in mind for later. Also, that's a map. Yeah, this game actually... This is the first Shantae game to have a map that's decent. Because Shantae 1 didn't have much of a map at all, aside from maybe like the world map you could find on like guides. And Risky's Revenge tried, but failed. This game has a full-on Metroid Symphony of the Night styled map, and it works so well. It's so good. Usually if I'm playing it on the 3DS, I have that on. Up, not on. But considering this is a pause game thing, or pause system, I just have it open. Hey, Flesh Pops, did you get those from me? Awesome sauce. Yeah, these will do the trick. By the way, if you're heading up to the palace, return this royal gate key, will ya? Some idiot must have lost it. Gross, it's covered in bite marks. Yeah, I found it in my mouth an hour ago. Here you go. I actually really like Bolo. I forget, did his campaign get funded for Half Genie Hero? I hope it did, because I'd love just a campaign of him. Oh, could it be? You have the Royal Gate Key. Would you pass it through to me, please? Sure. Ah, it is a thing of beauty. Now I can unlock this, unfasten that, reattach, and there. Sequin Land Palace is once again open to the public. Please come inside. Oh, hey, more soldiers. Welcome to the Sequin Land Palace. These guys always have something to say. I hear that the Sultana is traveling. I worry when she is so far away from the palace. Sultana is more or less female sultan. She's gone for a while. What's that smell? Uh-oh. This is not my armor. We never actually get to see her in this game, so I'm wondering if we'll see her in Half Genie Hero. The Royal Library? Through this hall to the right. There's only one way to go, so I think it's pretty safe to assume. Hello there, old man.
Oh, a visitor. Let's have a look at you. Oh, this library card doesn't fool these old eyes. You used to come here all the time. The relic hunter's daughter, right?
Yes, well, he's my uncle.
And what's this, a court summons? It says here that... scissors, jigsaw, goat mouth. What? They mean to cut off that long, winsome hair? That will never do. Why don't I just file these papers away until the Sultana returns? I'd like to give you a knowing wink now, but sadly my eyelids no longer work. Please take whatever you came for.
Thank you very much. The Hollow Globe contains a secret. We got the Forbidden Isles map. That was the thing Risky sent us to get last part. And now we're pretty much done in the palace. We actually never are required to come back inside the palace, as it is right now at least. So I'm just going to cut back to Scuttletown, because there's nothing else we could get back along the way. However, we should be a good friend and return that library card. You don't need to do this, but yeah, I recommend it. Back already? That was fast. I got what I needed. Thanks. Look, I know you caught all the blame for what happened with the ammo baron. So I sold off some of my warbirds to help you bounce back. Wow, Sky, this is your entire nest egg. And we got 100 gems for doing that, or monies. I'm just going to call them gems. And now that we have a decent amount of money, I'm actually going to go to the shop and make some purchases. I want to grab 2 things in here. You can choose different things. This is just what I always do. I want to get a shampoo in order to increase my attack. And I want to buy the backdash. You don't have it by default like you did in Risky's Revenge. And it works a bit differently. First off, it's almost always on whatever your left trigger L2 button is. Unless you're playing with like a keyboard or something. I don't know why you would. And it's nowhere near as spammable as it was in Risky's Revenge. It does actually have a cooldown of about maybe 1 second to 2 seconds. So it's really just for avoiding attacks if you want to use it. I rarely do, though. Well, what took you so long? I found this at the library. A map of the Forbidden Isles, just like you said. Huh, I guess a little good for nothing is good for something after all. So, will you let me help? Only if you agree to do exactly what I say when I say it. The Pirate Master is my foe to contend with, not yours. And when this is over, we go our separate ways. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's a deal. Let's beat this guy together and save Sequin Land. Hold on. How do I know you won't pull a fast one? Would I lie to you? Say hello to the steam-powered Oceanic Tinker Tub Mark II. Mark II? What happened to the first one? You happened to it. Get on board before I change my mind. And with that, we now are on the world map and have access to Saliva Island, the first of the main worlds of this game. But first I want to head back to Scuttletown really quick to grab some things that I wanted to get before talking to Risky, but it forced me to. I could have gotten these from the moment I started the game, but I forgot to, honestly, when I recorded the first part. Over here, there is a Cacklebat and a Heart Squid for us. So, we probably want to grab those. One thing I've never been too sure about with the Cacklebats is if their HP increases the farther you get in the game. It feels like it does, but I'm not entirely sure. And we get more dark magic for doing that. That's going to always be our reward for killing Cacklebats. And trust me, you want to get as many as you can. And there's also a Heart Squid over here, as I mentioned. With that, we have 4. So let's head back to the Squid Shop and actually see what they do there. Nope, this is all entirely optional. In fact, if you're going for 100% trophies, or achievements, or whatever you're playing this on, there is an achievement for beating the game with minimal health, but getting all the Heart Squids. I think it's like Squid Savior or something. Scuttletown Squidsmith at your service. Let's take these things and melt them down. Here we go. Aw, they're so cute. Oh my! There, your max hearts increased by 1. So yeah, now instead of 8 hit points, we have 12. That's the way the health system is going to work throughout this game. And now I'm back in the world map screen. Let's head over to Saliva Island. I'm oddly reminded of Wind Waker. This is it, Saliva Island. Unless we can find another map, this is the end of the line. I'm ready for anything. Where'd you get those clothes? Below deck, there's all kinds of fun stuff to wear. Most of the clothes are much too roomy, though. Stay away from my personal effects. Gosh, I've never been so far from the mainland. It's pretty here. Don't be deceived. The Pirate Master draws power from this place. There's a den of evil hidden somewhere on this island. You're going to find it. What about you? You're not coming? Not this time. But I'm sure if we work together... I said no, and I meant it. I have my reasons. Oh, I see. You're scared! How dare you? I will gut you like a mackerel! Sheesh, learn to take a joke. And get out of that silly outfit. Aw, you're no fun.
Let's go.
I actually really wish that Shantae kept that on, because I really like the pirate design on her. There is actually something that there's a good compromise I can bring up with that later. Either way, welcome to Saliva Island. The way this game's level progression system works is different, obviously, from Risky's Revenge and Shantae 1, which is one giant world. This is much closer to Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, if any of you have played that. More or less, there are different worlds you visit, and each one's its own contained level with its own gimmicks, and, aesthetics, and all that. And I gotta say, I like this level of progression for a game like this. For like an outright Metroid game or something like Symphony of the Night, I prefer that kind of system for that kind of game. But the game with this kind of combat style that's not like swords or beams, I think this works just fine. And oh god, the mermaids from Risky's Revenge return. But thankfully they have less health, so they're nowhere near as annoying. Either way, we want to head right overall, but I want to head down here first for something. Many years ago I came to this island with my beloved bride-to-be. Our only wish was to be joined in holy matrimony. But a horrible monster, a servant of the Pirate Master, found us. His gaze turned my beloved to stone. I can never leave her side. Here, take this ring so that I can finally forget my sorrows. And we get the ring! Gee, it looks pretty old. The ring is the reason you want to come down here, because you will need it eventually. I'm not going to say when, but you do want to get it. Either way, Saliva Island, in terms of difficulty, is definitely a first level kind of area because it's pretty simple. Enemies don't do that much damage and they're pretty sparse overall too. But we'll get more into that when we get to it. Also, there's save points sprinkled all over the islands in this game, so you really should never die and have not a chance to have saved recently. Hey girl, cute getup. You here for spring break? Huh? Us too, but look at this lame swimming pool. It's all dried up. I can't sunbathe without a proper pool. This place was a total ripoff. If we can't swim, we might as well eat. I'll get the ham all set up. And now there's ham, which we can hit. And suck into our lamp. We got the ham stink. Gross. Where's the manager? A pool with no water. Such a shame. Well, I'm sure those who aren't important at all than anything. But the ham stink is actually something you need to get, believe it or not, so we want to grab that. That's odd, there's a circular indentation here. Attach the ring? Sure. The ring clicks into place, and we gave the metal ring, and now I'm gonna notice those things have lit up. What this does is that whenever you hit one of the gems, these things rise up. However, they'll also come back down after a certain period. Each statue has a different timing, though. The one on the second, I believe, is the one that goes down the fastest. Then it's the first, then it's the third, then it's the fourth. I think. It might be the fourth and the third in that order, actually. But we want to head up to the top right of that room because now there's a pathway we can access up here with the ring. And we need the hamstring to do something up here, so that's why I got that first. And oh my god, the dragons from Shantae 1 are back. Yeah, there's actually a surprising amount of callbacks in the first one. For some odd reason. I mean, I can understand references in a series, especially one that's fairly short overall like this one. But the amount there are is kind of surprising. Now, you could head all the way up to this room, or you can go through this shortcut. Crawl all the way, and then just jump up. You'll land on some platforms, making your way up to the top of the room. That is entirely optional. You don't need to do that. In fact, if you want more gems, I recommend going through the other path, but I prefer to do that. Random sarcophagus. Keep that in mind for later. Saliva Island, though, also isn't horribly big. Because there's only about maybe one pathway we haven't explored at this point, and we won't be able to do that for another 2 areas, I think? So, yeah. Whoa, that's a giant lizard. But there's a cackleback to the right. Cacklebat to the right of him, so let's get that done first. I do recommend getting cacklebats done as soon as you can, because some of them are actually really annoying to backtrack for. Because obviously, in a Metroidvania style, there are some you can't get in certain areas until you have later abilities. Which sucks, but I understand why. It's a Gigalumux. Wow, this thing's enormous. Huh? What's this sign say? Caution, Gigalumux may be aroused by travelers smelling of ham. Release the ham stink? Stink it up! Shantae releases the ham stink. Oh, hi. Those eyes always seemed weird to me. Oh, what are you? Oh. Yeah, you said it too, Shantae. But now that, believe it or not, that saliva is actually useful on Saliva Island. Also, hold left in this screen transition because there's a pathway over here that leads to Saliva Island's only other cacklebat. There's only 2 here, so once you get this one, you're all good on them. And one thing I actually liked that this game did, I forget if Order of Ecclesia did something similar. When you're on the world map, you can actually check your progress in each island by looking beneath the name. There's silhouettes of the cacklebats and the heart squids. And when you get a certain amount of them, they light up. So you can always judge your progress by that. Hey girl, you got the water turned on. Let's all hit the pool. You said it, girlfriend. Ah, fan service. Yeah. What's this? My porcelain baby fresh skin is too much for the sun. Mine too, the light is bouncing off. Careful not to cross the beams. What? I have several questions about this. But for doing that, we get the petrify spell. Somehow. I don't know how. You did it. The pool is full again and it smells like bath salts. The water's really, really warm and kind of viscous. Ugh. I'm not gonna alarm them to the truth because I don't want them to suffer through that. Ugh. But with that, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 3 we'll have nothing nearly that disgusting ever again. See you guys then.